All right, sorry for a little technical issue, but really, let's get ready to meet a digital storytelling master here. So Darian started his journey in entertainment SEO journalism, spending more than 10 years honing his craft in the fast-paced world of media. He later on transitioned in these expertise. He later on transitioned into the dynamic reality of tech and social media, becoming a digital media specialist who knows exactly how to capture your attention. Today at Automatic, he runs content strategy for the TikTok around across the entire company, overseeing the Tumblr TikTok to the WordPress TikTok. Any other account that you handle? Other one?
those are like the big two. I would say those are worth highlighting.
Perfect. And he also manages content creators, guides and influencers, and he definitely guides the storytelling from concept to completion. So when Darian asks you about your TikTok metrics, be ready because he definitely knows what he's talking about, and he is the real deal at Automatic. So please welcome everybody, Darian Lusk.
Thank you. Thank you for that great intro. No, I promise no 6-7 memes have made it into these slides, so we're good. Not yet. Yeah, there's still time. So, yeah, the intro pretty much summed it up. I'm going to be discussing mainly running the WordPress.org TikTok, which I kind of was given a login and a blank account and sort of what I did with it. And I wanted to start with an existential question, which is how do you run a brand account that doesn't feel like another brand account? It's a Shakespearean question, and it's one that I ask myself every single morning. So, how do you not do this, or this, or this, or this, or that, or that? Something sustainable, something scalable, something accessible. People want to spend time scrolling, something that resonates with people, and again, not that. So, over the summer, I launched the WordPress TikTok. We had two goals really, which were kind of brand adoption of the platform for, getting people to use it, and brand awareness, get people to be, oh, WordPress is cool again. Make WordPress cool again. I don't want to upset Tim, who's here. There's a billion monthly active users on TikTok. There's a 43% of the web is WordPress, so it seemed easy enough. Wrong. It was not that easy. Launching is different than scaling, as I have outlined here in this beautiful slide. Launching an account, just like setting something up, posting, just pressing the post button, is very different than actually getting clout and getting movement, growing, retaining people. And I'm going to show you how I've gone about doing both. Whether you're working for a brand, working for yourself, working for a client, I think this is all pretty mappable. So, this is the account in June. I'm on here pretty prominently. Kind of sums up our humble beginnings. So this is a UGC strategy. It's organic, no ads, no boosts, no funny business. It's videos by content creators like tailored for us. And, I set out to feature real WordPressers doing real things with the platform, and that was the idea. So over the first few months, we gained some community buy-in. People were excited that, WordPress is a TikTok, this is cool, we're gonna let them cook, but we were not cooking. It's very tough those first few months, we were having fun, it felt, the authenticity was there, the community aspect was there, but we weren't breaking the 300 view jail. So I took a step back and I searched WordPress in TikTok, just inside the app. I saw who was coming up at the top, and I hired them. So these are macro, micro influencers, if that makes sense. They're not super small, but they're not like Narrowsmith. And I pay them per video. It's lean. I would say it's a fair rate, but I would say it was like the least they were willing to do, and they were willing to do it because they love WordPress. So let me show you what the creators that we currently have. Had them since September, and it's been great to sort of have this like creator forward kind of approach. I think it's really a good way to go about this. So we have Holden, we have Kate and Harry. Kate and Harry specifically, I really will say, are two of the strongest content creators in WordPress right now on any platform, YouTube, wherever. They're just absolutely dynamite, and I told them basically do what you're doing on your account, just do it for us. And I created like a content house, if you will, where I bring on each one for like a week-long takeover. They post their videos in succession, and it sort of gives the account like this nice cohesion. You can find the next video by that creator very quickly, but it also kind of represents WordPress. You have different voices, different people, and it all kind of culminates nicely. It's inviting. It's, you feel like a lot of different people and backgrounds, and hopefully yourself, are represented. And also, don't call content creators influencers. They will crash out. So this is the account in September versus earlier this month. 5,000 followers isn't a ton, but it's a nice bump, and the engagement's good. We're living the dream. Every time I open the app, there's notifications. It's great. And to go from like WordPress, TikTok, like you don't usually write, but it's clocking, and that's great. So this is like a creator forward and platform forward approach, right? It's not like I took talented people from YouTube and then threw them into TikTok. It's very like meet people where they live. And I wanted to represent that 43% in a native way. So if you're like a brand, if you're just a personal brand, I think this is like a very doable way to go about like creating an account and growing an account really quickly. Like search your niche, whatever it is, search it in the app, see what people are posting, see who's posting, do that, put your twist on it, do it faster, do it more aggressively if you can, whatever your strategy allots, and put your twist on it. That's UGC specific, but it's true for any platform. Like, see what is going on inside of that place, pay attention to it, and one-up everyone else. So engagement is crucial, and I just wanted to highlight some of these numbers. It's great. Engagement's crucial. Okay, next slide. Right, engagement, comments. What's going on in the comment section? This is so important. Like, you have to get into your own comment sections. You can't just set it and forget it, right? So much of the video is about the comment section. You can get churn that way. You can get conversions that way. Create a hub of conversation. And diversity is also crucial. And I don't just mean that like as a generalization. We wanted creators from different backgrounds. Like two of the ones we have right now are from the UK. And if you look, I think this is interesting, only 8% of our viewership is US, which I think is interesting. So I also wanted a diverse range of coverage. Kate, she does SEO. Great. Harry, he builds WordPress websites. Those videos you see where it's like, watch me build a website in 10 seconds. It's like very animated, very grabby. And then Holden this guy really caters to just doom scrollers who don't even care what WordPress is. And I think that that's a really nice kind of mix. I think that's very mappable. It's sort of like, it caters to everybody. People feeling seen, people feeling represented, and maybe coming for something, getting something else that they didn't expect. So there's some goals that we have, conversion, getting people from scrolling to using the platform as a jump, but it's one that we're working on it. And I think that that's something that I'm excited to kind of really see as we go. And they're messaging through lines that you see throughout all our videos, and they're not just like in your face, but they're there, which is, having a website is so important, especially for like these Gen Z kids. Like, let's get them a website, get them one that they own the data, they own the, their audience. Look how creative you can be with websites. Look how cool this website is. Just that general celebration of all things like websites. And also just, this is cool, right? Like, you watch a video and then maybe you come away thinking, oh, this is cool, this is easier than I thought it was to do. And that doesn't have to be like ham-fisted. You don't have to start a video like, here's 3 reasons WordPress is easy, right? You don't have to do that. But maybe you can like A to C it, let them think it. And so, in terms of conversions, it's like, what's next, right? Like a custom landing page where you go from the bio to a page that's like, here's where to get WordPress. Here are 3 hosts where it's really easy to set it up. Here's how to build your first page. Just like a landing page that really is for the attention-lacking TikTok audience. Things like that, just really catering to those people. And I think that the storytelling really shines through, and so I thought we could watch some TikToks. You guys want to watch some TikToks?
Yeah. Always.
Always, love that answer. Okay, I think I just click. Okay. Thank you.
All right, 1, 2.
WordPress SEO for Beginners, Part 1. I'm Kate. I'm taking over the WordPress TikTok to break down everything you need to know to boost your visibility on search engines like Google and ChatGPT. Full disclaimer, you're going to want to come back to this video, so make sure you save it. From the get-go, make sure that you choose an SEO-friendly theme. Having too many plugins is going to slow down how quickly your website loads, which will have a direct impact on the user experience, and it limits your website's ability to rank. Uploading huge images to your site is also going to slow it down. Resize them before you upload them. You can use any decent image optimization plugin to do this for you on autopilot. Each page that you want to rank should have the following: headings. Your heading 1 is the most important one on the page, and you should only have 1. You can use as many H2s, 3s and 4s as you need using this hierarchy. We're going to come back and optimize these in a sec. You want to give search engines as much content as possible, so always aim for over 300 words of written content. Images are the perfect way to break up large sections of text. They also provide SEO benefits, which we're going to get to in a sec. Internal links are links to other pages on your website to help users find what they're looking for and let search engines know that those pages exist. Your meta title is the most important SEO element on the page. The closer to the beginning you can add your keywords, the better. People see your page's meta description below the meta title in search results. It needs to be engaging as well as including your target keywords. Keep your page's URL as short as possible. I usually set this as the page's target keywords. Your page title, which should also be your heading 1, needs to contain your target keywords. Image alt text, weave your keywords in organically here for an easy win. You're going to include your keywords in other written text or headings on the page where they naturally fit without feeling spammy. Let me know if you want a part 2 for the next steps.
Okay, love that. So I wanted to ask you guys like what kind of resonated with you about that, and then maybe I could say some things that I like about it, if anybody wants to share.
I like the queens.
Love the queen.
The queen moment. Those are the things that are like, you'll remember. If anything else, that and loading like the extra graphics and everything.
Yeah, I love that. Right? It feels like you're not like being overloaded with like words and elements, even though it's like it's sort of like it's a fun and also kind of simple way to explain something complex. Anything else?
Scannable lists. You can just look. She's going through one by one. Very quick, like off the top of your head.
Yeah, I love the word scannable. Like if you had your dashboard up, right? If you were doing WordPress, like you could literally follow this along, which I think it's providing value, right? It's like it's usable. It's not just like I'm telling you what to do, I'm showing you what to do. And something else I personally like is that there's subtitles right there on the video. I think that's good for accessibility. And yeah, let's watch another one. We got one more that queued up.
Click it.
Oh yeah, let me do this. Okay.
There you go.
Time is money. So give me 59 seconds. Yep, you heard me. 59 seconds. And I'll show you exactly what plugins are in WordPress and the essential ones that every website needs. Plugins are like apps for your site. They add new features without coding a thing. Here are the essentials. A caching plugin for speed.
This does things like optimize your images, adds caching to your website, and makes your website files smaller so your website is super fast.
An SEO plugin like Yoast or Rank Math for Google visibility.
This makes it easier to improve your search engine rankings and attract more organic traffic.
A design plugin like Elementor, Spectra, or Bricks Builder for drag and drop freedom.
This gives you a live visual editor so you can build professional websites without needing to code.
A form plugin like WP Forms, Gravity Forms, or Formidable Forms to capture leads.
And create loads of various online forms such as contact forms, payment forms, subscription forms without any coding.
Installing takes a second. Go to plugins, add new, search, install, activate, you're done. That's plugins explained in 59 seconds. The fastest way to level up your WordPress site. Comment below what feature you want me to cover next, or if I got it totally wrong.
Okay, so, right, it's like, you know, first of all, I want to say, I I'm very involved in like the kind of script to the end to end. I'm involved, you know, and when I met with this creator, I was like, all right, let's do like he wanted to do a 60-second WordPress series. I was like, let's do it in 59. Kind of like there's something about Mary moment where I was like, let's do it in 59. And so, anything stand out to you guys about that video?
Well, they both speak with a sense of urgency between the two creators of you need this video right now or you're going to be behind.
Right, I love that. Yeah, I mean, especially with this, like you literally have the timer going. Like you feel like, oh wow, like really, you know, he's gonna cover this all. Like I'm watching it go, watching the time go. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah.
I think just really good entry level info. You know, to capture, you know, an audience that may not learn about this, and it's almost like they either go from 0 to 100. But obviously, this isn't meant to teach them how to necessarily install all of those plugins or case by case how that actually affects the website, but just to at least like cast, you know, a wide net. Oh, have you heard about these things? This is what you need. And then, of course, if they want to go deeper, then sure they need to, you know, like take the next step of education. But that's obviously not what this is meant for.
Right, I love that. Yeah, it's sort of like if you're a beginner user, or even if you're like a prospective beginner user, I think that you'd be like, oh, all right, like, oh, I didn't waste my time watching this. Yeah.
I guess room for improvement. I was just thinking when you're talking about complicated things like, oh, here are the best plugins to use. Here's how to install a plugin without code. I think it's worth saying there's more you should understand about plugins before like experimenting with them. Like to say, oh, but when you look at these plugins, make sure you kind of look and make sure it's being maintained, it's being like. And I'm not saying that has to be all in that little. I understand. I get it. These are small bites, but you could say, oh, go to this next TikTok for that.
Well, let me be devil's advocate and say maybe omission can be intentional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he addressed that with the invite for negative comment or invite for criticism. So you would then go and go on there and say, yeah, but you should do
right,
this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we kind of got you there.
Yeah.
And that's probably a good thing to. Right, you invite engagement. You're right.
Right. Like that.
Good job. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there's two things that I like that he did. The first was using analogies. So like plugins, like apps for your site, I think that speaks across generations and across audiences and ICPs for WordPress. I think the second, to what someone said earlier about requesting additional comments and feedback, that's feeding in more for like user-generated content because now you have your audience telling you what's relevant for them.
Absolutely, yeah. I love that you mentioned the analogy. Say right, it's like it's like WordPress splaining, right? It's like how do we make this understand
Content setting.
Right. That's great. And yeah, I love that we brought up the last line of this video because I love a double call to action, like kind of being like, first of all, stay tuned for the next one, but also if I totally blew it, come to the. It's just basically being like, come into the comment section and say your piece, right? And I think that's a really fun like tactic. So just be like, whatever you do, like come comment, right? So I think that's something that I liked as well. So if we have time, I wanted to do like some rapid fire best practices, everybody's favorite thing. So I was just gonna bang these out really quick and then we can see how we feel about them with a lot of text. But so, just gonna do them real quick. Do we have time?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, all right, okay. So, the hook. Okay, everybody talks about hooks, short form video, hook's so important. I want to say some things that I like in a hook, which is more than just the first, whatever the first seconds are. So a couple things. I like as direct as possible, so you literally say what you're going to be, give people the prompt that you're going to fulfill. And have physical motion. I think you want to be moving, have movement. The algorithm likes that. I will say, give people a reason to watch through, right? It's and stay tuned because you're gonna hate reason 3. I think that's a really good thing to have in a hook. Keep watching because. So yeah, provide value, right? What's to be gained from this video? Say it. Say it up top. Define it. If you can't, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror. So yeah, scrolling is research. It's true. Spend time where you want to plant your flag, right? Get to speak the language because that's that's the only way to feel kind of if you want to crack TikTok, you're spending all your time on LinkedIn. It's going to be way harder, right? And that's true for whatever your platform of choice is. Enjoy it in your free time. Have your own For You page that's different than the work one, At least that's good for me. See what else? Yeah. In-app features, use everything TikTok gives you. I think this is true for any video platform. Use what the social media platform is giving you. Play with it. It will reward you for doing that. And then, engagement bait for good is sort of what we were talking about with that previous video, right? Or if I got it totally wrong. That's a great use of engagement bait, but it's not you don't feel duped. And I think that's a really good, sort of dichotomy. Galvanize people and take a hard stance. You don't want to waffle. Don't be I'm pretty sure this is the best. This is the best. I don't know if you guys are the Subway Takes guy, but in his videos, it's always, I agree 100%, I agree 0%. Absolutely hard opinions, let people disagree with you. Content is not king. I hate that expression. It's dumb. To be honest, speed is king. I have to tell you, posting a video, at least on TikTok, I think it's probably the same for most platforms. A day difference can make or break your video, right? Be as fast and as aggressive as your strategy allows. If something is happening, capitalize, or you're gonna miss your moment. Make sure the content's good, but speed is king. And also post through it. That whole post daily challenge. No, you don't have to post daily. That's flawed. But instead, post consistently, and because it's the only way you'll get good. Your first video is not going to go viral. Your 20th video, your 50th video. But if you learn and are paying attention to everything you post, every comment, every spike, you will crack it. Yeah. So I think that's all I got. I mean, not every brand has the benefit of being a service in the way that WordPress is, but I am proud of how we've met this opportunity and are kind of running with it pretty aggressively. And so yeah, thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have like metrics as to like, so if you have these TikTok videos by WordPress and saying, oh, these are your top plugins, what kind of metrics do you have to say that someone viewed that video and then actually did something we wanted them to do? Like, how do you like measure success based on those videos besides just the amount of viewers you have?
Yeah, so we have programs that track conversions, like Superset is really good, and you know, it's that's obviously like the golden goose is not just like views, but then like what people do from there. And I think, you know, this is new, and I think the first stage of this was like just growing this account so we have an audience. From there, what we're focusing on now is getting them to WordPress. And there are ways to track it. I think there's ways to track conversion for any social. You know, there's programs, you track it in-app will tell you. And yeah, I think that, I think it's a good 1-2 punch, right? Build the brand, like you don't have to start with the CTA, you can, but then from there, get people where you want them to go.
Do you ever change? Do you ever look at those? Are you not at the point? Just one quick follow-up. Do you ever like look at the actions and look at what people do and change your posting strategy based on those metrics?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, what's a call like? A call to action is it's what you want people to do. So you want them to be doing what you want them to do. So I would say, like, whether it's, are there enough comments? Are there enough, like, are people bookmarking this? Like, if I'm doing a series, like, I want to see thousands of bookmarks, because then it's like, oh, people want to come back for the next one. If we're not seeing that, I'd be like, let's do something else. So I think everything you want to pay attention to every single, this is true for any social media platform, right? It's not just the mad views or like, oh, this bombed with the views. Like, look at the fine print, right? Like, look inside, look at like the back rooms of TikTok or the back rooms of the platform that you're using. See, look at those like smaller metrics. See how you can improve them. Yeah.
I don't actually have TikTok. I know that there are like sub communities like Book Talk and et cetera, et cetera. Is there like one that you're trying to like angle here, like WP?
Great question.
Or something? Just again, that's the non.
I will say it's three things. It's developers, it's designers, and it's doom scrollers. The 3 Ds. And because you want the people who are using websites, who are building websites, you want the people who are using WordPress, and then you want people who could be interested in doing that.
Cool, thanks.
Let's do one more question, because we're gonna have to leave the room. But I know like Brian's gonna stay there the rest of the day, right?
Yeah, I'll be here the rest of the day. Is there one more question? Anybody else?
Let's wrap it up with one more question, because we didn't have a panel, but.
How many creators do you think you're gonna hire in the end? Like 6 or 7?
6, 7?